Hello, and welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're embarking on, well, quite a provocative journey, I think. It challenges some really fundamental assumptions about who we are. We're diving deep into a fascinating assertion. It comes from a source titled The Essence of Humane Existence by Mark over at the Knowledge is King site.
Right.
And this material, it makes this singular, really bold claim about what it means to be human.
Just one core idea, essentially.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack its pretty profound implications, maybe help you consider if the definition of humanity could really hinge on just one essential quality. Let's dig in.
Oh,
So our source, it really doesn't waste any time laying out its core premise.
no preamble. Straight into it.
Right. It states, pretty unequivocally, being human is simply being humane.
Wow, okay.
And then it repeats this idea, in different ways, like true humanity lies in being humane, and also to be a good human is to practice being humane.
So it's really hammering that point home. It's not subtle.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It feels like a foundational principle.
Yeah.
Now, for an audience like ours, grappling with complex ideas, that might sound almost, well, maybe too simple.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Is it intentionally simplifying?
Is the source sort of stripping away other complexities just to focus on this one truth? What do you think?
Well, what's truly incisive here, I think, is that singular focus. Many philosophical or scientific definitions might point to intelligence, language.
Self-awareness, tool-making, all that.
Exactly. But this source pivots really sharply. It anchors our identity not in, say, cognitive ability or physical form, but in a specific ethical dimension.
And another one, interesting.
Yeah, it clarifies that being humane means, and I'm quoting here, showing compassion, kindness, and empathy towards others regardless of their differences.
Okay.
And it's presented not as like an ideal to maybe aspire to, but as an inherent fundamental aspect of our existence.
Fundamental, wow.
Yeah, it really challenges us, doesn't it? To consider if maybe we've been looking in the wrong places for what truly defines us.
So it's not just a noble aspiration then, or, a social nicety. It's presented as an essential component, a bedrock quality.
That's the argument.
The source explicitly calls it a fundamental part of what makes us human. Which, that pushes us to ask, if this is so fundamental, what does it reveal about our deepest nature as a species?
Well, it connects us directly, the source suggests, to our deepest moral values.
Okay.
And also our capacity for understanding and connecting with others.
Right, connection.
Yeah, and if you think about the bigger picture here, this implies our identity isn't just about, individual achievement or survival.
Right, not just me.
But about our interconnectedness. The source argues it's not just a social construct, something we learn or agree on.
So not just culture.
No, but an inherent quality, something kind of woven into the very fabric of our being. Which is, that's a powerful claim.
It really is.
It implies that without this capacity for empathy, for kindness, we are, by this definition anyway, lacking a crucial piece of our humanness. And it definitely nudges you to consider, well, what does this mean for those moments, or even whole societies that seem devoid of these traits?
That is a challenging idea.
Yeah.
That our humanity isn't just a given fact, but it's actively shown, manifested through these qualities.
Exactly.
Which leads us right to what the source calls the mark of a person.
Yeah, yes, the mark.
It says, the mark of a great person is their innate sense of being humane. And then it goes further. The true measure of a person is their capacity for being humane.
Okay, innate sense versus capacity. That's interesting.
Yeah, that phrasing difference caught my eye too. Is it suggesting a kind of dual nature here, something we're maybe born with and something we have to actively cultivate?
That's a crucial distinction, I think, and the source seems to hold both ideas in tension.
Oh, okay.
It suggests there's an innate sense, maybe a potential, a spark, perhaps a universal predisposition towards compassion.
Like a starting point?
Sort of, but it's the capacity that truly matters in the end. The ability to actually develop, practice, and manifest that humanness actively. So potential isn't enough.
Apparently not. A true human being embodies the quality of being humane. It's not enough just to feel empathy, you have to show it.
Right, action.
The culminating definition is quite clear. To be truly human is to show genuine kindness and empathy, to be truly humane.
Okay.
So this goes beyond just like passive non-aggression, don't just do no harm.
It's more active.
It's about engagement, yeah. About extending understanding even when it's difficult, transforming that innate spark into a living flame, maybe, through our actions.
It really sounds like a profound moral imperative then, not just a suggestion for, good conduct.
It feels weightier than that, doesn't it?
Definitely. This language implies our very identity as human beings is tied to these active demonstrations: compassion, kindness, and empathy.
Hmm.
And without them, as you suggested earlier, maybe we're falling short of our potential. Or even, by this definition somehow, less fully human.
It certainly pushes you towards that uncomfortable thought. But then what happens when we do fall short? I mean, let's be honest, we all do. And what happens when we see the opposite? Cruelty, injustice.
This is where the source really pushes us, I think. It raises that important question. The concept of being humane, it says, brings into question the line between inhumane actions and being truly human.
The line. Okay.
It forces us to confront the boundaries of our own identity. If our humanness is defined by being humane, well, what does that say about actions that are the complete opposite?
Yeah.
This is where that simple, powerful definition starts to reveal its complex and often, frankly, uncomfortable truths.
And here's where it gets really interesting for me, because it forces us to confront something deeply unsettling. If being human is being humane, what happens when we witness its stark opposite?
Yeah, those moments.
The source says, when we witness acts of cruelty, injustice, and disregard for human life, we are forced to confront our own humanity and what it truly means to be human.
It's a visceral, isn't it? Not just intellectual.
Exactly. It's not just an intellectual debate. These moments, they resonate inside us, don't they? They force us to define our own position relative to that line.
Absolutely. Where do you stand?
Yeah, to question where we stand,
Right.
personally and maybe collectively.
And that line, as the source puts it, between inhumane and being humane, serves as a constant reminder that our actions and behaviors towards others ultimately shape our identity as human beings.
Ultimately shape our identity.
Wow, think about that. Every choice, every response to someone else's suffering or even their joy, it isn't just an isolated incident.
It adds up.
It's like a stroke on the canvas of our personal humanity and maybe our collective humanity too. The source suggests it's a dynamic, ongoing process of becoming.
So we're constantly defining ourselves.
That seems to be the idea. Through how we interact with the world around us, it's almost like the universe, or maybe just our own conscience, is always asking us, are you truly living up to your human potential right now?
So our daily choices, they're not just minor details then. They're actively sculpting who we are.
And by extension.
By extension, what humanity itself means. Whoa,
Yeah.
It's a continuous process of self-definition guided by this profound principle.
It implies a weighty responsibility, doesn't it?
It really does, that we each play an active role in shaping the very essence of humanity every single day.
Indeed. And this line we talked about, it also functions as a powerful moral compass.
Okay, a compass, how so?
Well, it's meant to be a guide, guiding us towards a more compassionate and empathetic existence. It implies an ongoing journey.
Not a destination.
Exactly, not a fixed destination we just arrive at and, okay, I'm humane now.
Right, check that box.
Yeah, no. This compass doesn't just point to what's right in a static way. It points towards a future where our actions are consistently aligned with this core idea, this essence of what it means to be humane.
Like an internal guide.
An internal guide, yeah, helping us navigate the complexities of life and hopefully choose the path that affirms our deepest identity according to this view.
And what's the ultimate destination of that journey then, according to the source? Is there a sort of grand, overarching truth it leaves us with beyond the individual choice?
Well, it concludes by reminding us that at the core of our being, we're all connected by our humanity.
The connection again.
Yes. So while our actions shape our individual identity, they also contribute to and reinforce this fundamental connection that supposedly we all share.
A unifying
It's
message.
a powerful unifying message,
Yeah.
yeah. Suggesting that beneath all our superficial differences, culture, belief, background, whatever this capacity for humanness is what truly binds us together as a species.
And this connection isn't just a philosophical idea.
Not according to the source. It's presented as a lived reality, something manifested in every act of compassion, every moment of kindness.
So, okay, bringing it back, what does this all mean for you, the listener, as you navigate your day-to-day life?
Yeah, that's the key question.
It feels like a constant call to action, doesn't it? To reflect on how you embody these qualities, compassion, kindness, empathy, in your daily interactions.
Big and small.
Big and small, exactly. It's about recognizing the profound impact your choices have, not just on the people around you, which is important enough,
But on yourself, too.
but on your own identity as a human being. The source powerfully argues that your definition of self, and maybe even of humanity itself, is, in a very real sense, in your hands. forged in every interaction.
It's a weighty responsibility.
It is weighty, yet I also find it ultimately kind of inspiring.
Yeah, there's an empowerment there, too.
Definitely. Wow, what a profound deep dive that was into the essence of humane existence.
It gives you a lot to think about.
For sure, the connection between simply being human and actively being humane is presented as, well, undeniable by this source.
It's positioned as the core.
Right. Not just a nice idea, it's our very identity. A moral compass guiding us, reminding us of our shared connection. It really encourages us to look inward, doesn't it?
Absolutely. To consider how we manifest these qualities in, every facet of our lives.
Which leads to a final thought, perhaps.
Yeah, this really raises an important question, I think, for you to ponder. In a world that often feels full of accelerating change, maybe increasing division,
You see it everywhere.
how do we actively choose to nurture and express this shared humanity? What small, everyday choices can you make that powerfully affirm this essence of what it means to be humane?
Not just for yourself.
Not just for yourself, but for the collective, for that connection we supposedly all share.
A powerful question to leave things on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today.
My pleasure.
We really hope this exploration has given you a fresh perspective, maybe something new to chew on, about what it truly means to be human and how your actions contribute to that whole universal understanding.
Keep thinking.
Definitely. Until next time, keep digging, keep learning, and maybe most importantly, keep being humane.